Welcome to Top Great Reviews, where we bring you the ultimate top picks. Today, we're diving into the top 3 best compact cameras in 2025. We've got you covered with the most innovative and high-performing compact cameras of the year. Whether your top picks will take your compact cameras to the next level, don't miss out on our top recommendations. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated with our latest reviews and top lists. We will try our best to present you with the best tech product that you can buy now. Product links in the description box. Get ready to fire up your compact cameras with the Great Review, where we serve up the best of the best. Number 5. Lumix LX102. The Lumix LX102 has lost none of the original's appeal. A brilliant compact for the enthusiast photographer. While both the G1X Mark III and X100F also feature 24MP resolutions, the Lumix LX102 features a 20MP sensor that's carried across from the Lumix GX9. However, the multi-aspect ratio design means that to avoid narrowing the field of view, only up to 85% of the image area of the sensor is used, resulting in a maximum possible resolution of 17MP, up from 12MP on the original LX100. There's a choice of 4 aspect ratios, 4:3, 3:2, 16:9 and 1:1, which can be selected with the flick of a switch. Panasonic's opted not to tinker with the zoom lens, with the Lumix LX102 featuring the same 24-75mm Leica DC Vario Summilux f/1.7 f/2.8 lens as the original camera. It may not have the broad zoom range of some compacts, but when you consider the fast variable maximum aperture available, although the f/1.7 marking on the aperture ring only applies at the widest zoom setting, it's impressive stuff considering the size of the lens. You do get all of Panasonic's clever 4K photo shooting modes, however, including post-focus, sequence composition and focus stacking, as well as the ability to shoot at 30 frames per second. You'll only get 8MP JPEG files in these modes, but they can make the difference between getting a shot and not. Number 4. Ricoh GR3. If you're a fan of the GR line, you'll love what Ricoh has done here. With fast operation, dependable image quality, a crisp and responsive touchscreen and an even smaller body than before, the GR3 has masses going for it. It's not cheap, though, and that great shake reduction system means battery life takes a significant hit. The Ricoh GR3 is the third model in Ricoh's GR compact camera lineup to sport a relatively large APS-C sensor. Theoretically, this should give it the same kind of image quality as you'd expect from a mirrorless camera or a DSLR, although the bonus here is that you can squeeze the camera into your pocket. The GR3 sticks to the same design principles as the GR2, but all the key components have been revamped. In place of the GR2's 16.2MP APS-C sensor is a 24.2MP one, and this works with a fresh GR Engine 6 processor for better image quality and faster operation. Sadly, this doesn't support 4K video recording, although we do at least get full HD capture to 60p. Details are nice and sharp across the frame, even when you're using the camera at its widest f/2.8 aperture, and distortion is minimal. Vignetting is more of a problem, although this can be rectified with the peripheral illumination correction feature. Images don't quite have the most pleasing colors straight out of the camera, so you may want to tweak this before you shoot, or after with the RAW development feature, which works very well. The Ricoh GR3 boasts the same APS-C sensor/fixed prime lens combination as its forebears, but both are fresh for this new model. The sensor now holds 24.2MP, and it once again lacks an anti-aliasing filter for the benefit of detail, while the new lens retains its 18.5mm focal length, 28mm and 35mm terms, and f/2.8 aperture, although the optical design is different. Number 3. Fujifilm X106. The Fujifilm X106 is very good for travel photography. Though it isn't the smallest fixed-lens compact camera on the market, it's still very portable, and its high-resolution sensor captures excellent image quality with plenty of detail and flexibility to crop in. Its lens has a wide max aperture to give you some more leeway in low light, and its optical rangefinder is well suited to capturing busier street scenes or anticipating a subject's movement in or out of the frame. IBIS comes in handy when forced to shoot at slower shutter speeds handheld. Lastly, its tilting screen makes it easy to shoot at waist level or from above. However, it doesn't have the longest battery life, and its fixed focal length may be limiting to those who prefer to zoom in on their subjects from farther away. The Fujifilm X106 has the same hybrid optical rangefinder/electronic viewfinder as the Fujifilm X100V. It's a standout feature that lets you toggle between an OVF with frame lines and overlays or an EVF that allows you to preview exposure settings, depth of field, white balance, focus, and film simulation profiles in real time. You can also toggle a small electronic focus preview screen when using the OVF to check that your image is in focus. The resolution, magnification, and coverage results shown above are for the EVF. The OVF, meanwhile, has an advertised magnification of roughly 0.52x and a coverage area of 95%. Number 2, Canon PowerShot G7X Mark III. The PowerShot G7X Mark III faces some strong competition from the likes of Sony and Panasonic, but with a longer than usual lens, great handling, and a whole suite of niceties for videographers, it succeeds in offering enough to warrant its place in a populated section of the market. The PowerShot G7X Mark III takes the baton from its G7X Mark II predecessor, arriving with a fresh 20.1 MP, 1-inch sensor, a newer Digic 8 processing engine, and the ability to capture images at up to 30 frames per second with its new RAW burst shooting mode. Elsewhere, the camera packs the same lens as before, with a 24 to 100 mm range in 35 mm terms, a flip-up LCD screen, and 4 physical control dials around the body. Wi-Fi and NFC both feature, as does the option to charge the 265-shot battery through the camera's USB-C port. The body has been built well and sits comfortably in the hand, with a nicely sculpted grip and plenty of rubber for both comfort and security. The camera starts up quickly, and focusing is generally nice and prompt, with face detection working particularly speedily and adhering well to subjects. The EOS-style interface gives you great control over your picture making too, and the responsive touchscreen makes focusing on subjects and swiping through images a breeze, although it's a shame there's no hot shoe on the top plate to support the microphones that can now be plugged into the camera's side. Number 1, Sony CyberShot DSC RX107.
The Sony CyberShot DSC RX107 point-and-shoot is a modest update to the RX106, offering better autofocus and video stabilization for a bit more money at 2.3 by 4.0 by 1.7 inches HWD and 10.7 ounces. The RX107 isn't the lightest, slimmest compact out there, but it slides into jacket pockets easily, and its weight comes from complex optics and construction that's more metal than plastic. It doesn't have any sort of protruding hand grip, but there are first- and third-party add-on grips available for photographers who prefer one. You'll still want to take care when using it. The camera isn't rugged or waterproof. Sony's larger bridge-style RX10 series offers dust and splash protection, but true rugged options are few and far between if you want one with an image sensor that's bigger than your smartphone. Sealife sells a 1-inch waterproof model, the DC2000, but it doesn't have a zoom lens, and its functions are downright primitive in comparison. There's a freely turning control ring around the lens. You can configure it for various functions, but I like using it for EV compensation. It's joined by the typical zoom rocker switch, shutter release, mode dial, and on-off button on the top, with the remainder of the controls on the rear, to the right of the tilting display. At 2.3 by 4.0 by 1.7 inches HWD and 10.7 ounces, the RX107 isn't the lightest, slimmest compact out there, but it slides into jacket pockets easily, and its weight comes from complex optics and construction that's more metal than plastic. It doesn't have any sort of protruding hand grip, but there are first- and third-party add-on grips available for photographers who prefer one. Top great review, thanks for watching. If you found this review helpful, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tech reviews and advice. We love hearing from you. So if you have any questions or suggestions for products you'd like us to review, drop a comment below. Stay tuned for our next video, and see you then.